In our liturgy, we've really made more space and time for response time. And like those of us who might have been influenced by Spurgeon and the altar call, or some of us that might have kind of come from a charismatic background, we value the altar call, the response time, but it looks really differently. And so because our church is it's being housed in this mission of a Presbyterian church, so we kind of really have that Presbyterian, we had that kind of Presbyterian liturgy for a long time, and that particular culture is really strong in our church. And so in that flow, it's like the word is the most important thing. Like everything kind of goes towards the preaching. And so what we had before the grant was kind of this this dynamic, and this wasn't a racial thing or a socioeconomic thing or educational thing. This was just a church tradition thing where people were like, we have an awesome teaching, but we don't respond to the word, or we don't have time to pray, or we don't do anything. We don't have an altar call. And so what the grant ended up doing was it helped us to like think about these things, and we began to have response time and allow the Spirit to engage with us in a different type of way. And so altar calls look different. It's not like somebody like comes up and you have like a Benny Hinn line or something like that, and they start praying for you. And some people are used to that. They feel like that's what altar calls should be. And then some who might kind of come from like a Baptist tradition feels like it needs to be a call for salvation. But we had some of the different things that we did was we had like pieces of paper where we would write things and our response and our commitment to God. We would have to kind of take like kind of like an Episcopal kind of thing, and had these, we put pillows down at the altar and people would kind of come up to pray. People would kind of come up for prayer after the preaching, and we didn't really realize that became a part of our culture over a year. But what happened was the person that was coordinating that wasn't there one Sunday. There was a very like gifted, strong message, and it was just awkwardness that just kind of happened. And we were like, I want to respond to what God is saying, and there wasn't anything for that to happen. So I realized that that's now become a part of our culture now.